Good morning, students. This is our computer class, and we are doing the chapter number 10, the tables forms in HTML. Today, page number 130, adding a checkbook. A checkbook list. A checkbook is like a toggle switch where the user can select or deselect one or more than one items. As with other form of controls, you have to type your label text to the checkbox. Example: input type checkbox name, hobbies, values, reading checked. Now here type is equal to checkbox. Indicate the checkbox in the interface element. Name C1 specify the name of the checkbox with by which it will be identified. Now value is equal to guarantee. Specify the value that will be assigned to the checkbox with when it is in the checked state. Now checked, it causes the checkbox to be on, that is correct, when the form is first created. Now adding a radio button. How to add a radio button? Radio buttons are used when the user has to make a selection of any one among the several possible options. For example, while choosing the gender of a user, you need to specify two radio buttons. The first one is the male and the female, which belong to the same group called gender, so that a user will be able to select either male or female but not both. Here, type radio indicates the radio button in the interface element. Name gender, that specify the name of the radio group. Value male and value female, based upon which radio button will be selected. The particular value will be assigned to the radio group gender. Checked, the radio button with this attribute will be selected by default. Now adding a password field. A password from control is similar to the text field, except that whenever the user enter into this field do not get displayed. Instead, dot and asterisks are shown on a screen so that no one can see the type of information. This input element is generally used to enter confidential information such as ATM pin. Here, type is equal to password indicates that the password in the interface element named the password. This is the name of the password field, size 20. This specifies the width of the password field. Now adding a drop down list. A drop down list displays a list of the option from which the user can select an item. The select tag is used to define the selected list of in the form. It should be defined with the form tag. The option tag is attached to the selected tag. To display a list of options, you can make use of selected attribute with the option tag to indicate that the option is pre-selected. Being a container tag, select tag must end with a close select tag. Now adding button. Once all the details in the form of are entered, the data has to be stored somewhere so that it can be reused, and the form is also cleared for another set of information to be entered. The commonly used predefined buttons are submit and reset. Now the submit button. On clicking this button, the data in all the fields will be sent to the server as a series in the name and the value pairs, the name being the name of the form element and the value is whatever the users has entered. The data is sent to the page specified in the action attribute to the forms tag. Now reset button. The reset button is used to clear the contents and set default values of all the forms of element to the original state and make them active. Adding a multiple line text field. In certain case, It might be necessary to accept several lines in the text from the user. In such a case, you need to use the text area tag. It must include a name attribute, and you must specify a number of rows and the columns with the rows and the columns attribute. Finish this control with text area closing tag. For example, text area row is equal to 10, columns is equal to 60, name is equal to remark. Here rows is defines the height of the text area. Columns define the width of the text area. The rows in the column just determine the size of the text area. Control a user can type text as wide as the area is defined on the screen. Now the application area or forms. The application area for forms on www are forever evolving. Some typical areas where can be seen through today are education site for collecting names, address, telephone numbers, email address, and the other information required by the website to register user for a service or event. Online purchases of orders, gathering information for the purchase of an item. For example, if you want to purchase a book or any other item over the internet, you would be required to fill in your name, mailing address, mode of payment, and you want to opt for, and so on. Now, online feedback forms. Collecting feedback about a website. Most sites that offer a service encourage users to send their feedback. Apart from building customer relation, it is a source of information for changing or improvement. Providing the interface for a chat session. For example, users are required to fill out a form if they want to participate in a chat section or a discussion group. So student, that's all from today's chapter. If you have any problem regarding this chapter, you can ask me. And the exercises and the question answers, application based question, I will send you in the next section, the next class. Till then, read the chapter. Thank you and have a nice day.